Hey there, I'm Erica Labuzan Lopez, owner here at the Center for Couples Counseling. I'm so glad that you found our website, and I hope you've had a chance to look around, kind of get to know our team a little bit, see who's working here, look around through the blogs, see if there's any good, useful information in there, and just generally get a sense of who we are and how we help. I know that you have a ton of questions. Finding therapy, getting to the right therapist, and even knowing what it is that you need, in my opinion, gosh, that's the most overwhelming part of this entire process, honestly. I think once you found the person and you've scheduled and you feel confident in them, the rest of it, it's hard work, but it's so much less overwhelming because you are actually able to hand over your care to somebody else. And at that point, we as a therapist can hold you, care for you, give you the tools that you need. We're going to be doing the heavy lifting of that. You're going to be doing the hard work to actually make those improvements in your life. But right now, you're in the process of trying to find a great therapist. And that is just a feat. It's a feat all on its own. And we want to help you make that as easy as possible. I'm sure that you've been kind of Googling around trying to figure out, how does therapy work? What type of therapy do I need? Who's the best therapist in my area? Things like that. Maybe you've asked some friends, family, perhaps even a trusted referral source like your doctor. And I think that those are all really great places to start. In fact, we have a blog series here about what to expect from therapy. So I definitely suggest you go and check that out. But in the meantime, what we actually know is the most important thing about finding a great therapist for you, because everybody is so different. Finding a great therapist for you really comes down to the fit between you and your therapist. That is the number one factor in whether this therapy is going to work for you. And that may seem a little strange, right? There's lots of types of therapy, there's lots of training involved, there are different approaches. And it feels like some of those things would be even more important than your relationship with your therapist. But what we know from research is that alone is responsible for about 60% of therapeutic outcome, meaning how well do you do in therapy? And so I think it's the number one thing to pay attention to, because some of these other things are super important, but far less important than some pretty basic stuff, right? Do you even like the person that you're talking to? That's going to be huge. I can't emphasize it enough. If you don't like the person that you're talking to, you find them off-putting, dismissive, judgmental, whatever it may be, it's going to be so much harder to connect with them, to be vulnerable with them, to really be able to share all the things that you need to share so that they can actually help you with the tools, the empathy, the joining, and honestly, in our case, the humor. We love to use humor here at the Center for Couples Counseling. And so some people, that doesn't work for them. We like to be upfront about that. We like to laugh at ourselves, but also we get serious. We go deep here. We want to do really deep, meaningful work that's going to change your life and your relationship for the long term. Those are the clients that we're looking for. And it's important to understand that when you're looking for a therapist. What are their goals and how do they work? So couples therapy is a particularly interesting one, right? Because you need to know that you have a connection to the therapist, but you also need to know if your partner has a connection to that therapist. The therapist needs to be able to resonate and understand both of you and then help you together bridge some gaps there, right? Bridge those gaps in your communication, in your vulnerability, in your intimacy. And that takes particular skills. But again, you can take a bit of control of that before you decide on who you want to work with by really understanding that fit, right? Am I a good fit? Does this person understand me? Do they know how to help me? And how confident are they that we're going to be able to get along? How do I feel when I'm talking to them on the phone? These are all key factors in determining if therapy is going to work for you, if that therapist is a good fit for you, or if you should keep your search. We never want to take on a client who doesn't feel comfortable with us and who doesn't have some kind of buy-in into the way that we work. And so we put a lot of value in really great communication, in being able to take care of you right from the beginning. We want to be upfront with everything that we're doing and the plan for therapy. And one of the ways that you can take advantage of this is by engaging in a 15-minute free phone consult with one of our therapists. That is a really great way for you to get right off the bat, is this somebody who gets me? And are they comfortable to talk to? Are they a pleasant person, right? And not the fake kind of pleasant, they're trying to sell me something, but really do they get it? Do they get me? I feel like it's a simple question. And I hope that by talking to them for 10, 15 minutes, you really get a sense of if this person is going to be able to help me or not. We never want to take on people who don't get that sense from the phone call, and therefore, if you're not a good fit for us or we're not a good fit for you, then we'll definitely let you know that up front. We specialize in couples therapy primarily. We also see a number of individuals, mainly for things around infertility, postpartum mood and anxiety disorders, anxiety, depression, self-care, burnout, and perfectionism. Those are the areas that we just love to dig into, assess, and help you come up with some tools and feel empowered to make some pretty big changes in your life. But like I said, our focus is couples therapy. We love helping couples reconnect, and part of that is digging in deep, being vulnerable with each other, and knowing that you're going to be there for each other. You're going to come out of whatever it is that you're going through stronger and feeling more secure. That process can be messy, and that's why you really want somebody who is going to sit with you through that, who's not going to judge you, who's going to challenge you in ways that are helpful, and like I said, going to be able to laugh at some of the things that we do. We find that extremely important. So I hope that you will go ahead and schedule that call with us. You've already filled out the form. That's how you're here on this video. And our client care coordinator will be reaching out to you soon. We will let you know all the information that you need to know. We'll answer all of your questions, I hope, adequately. And if we don't, tell us. We will definitely want to make sure that we have a good system in place for getting you the information that will be most helpful. My goodness. So I know that was a lot of information, but like I said, feel free to jot down those questions. Let us know what you need from that phone consult, and we're going to do our best to take good care of you. Thanks.